Hello class. Okay, so in this video what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get you guys started with the timeline that you need to do in Publisher for the keyboard presentation that we've seen. Okay, so what I've done is I have been through that PowerPoint slide and I have got just a few of the dates that were recorded on it and what actually happened on that time. Now there are more of these and you will have to find them, but I'm only just getting you guys started. So the first thing that happened was in 1714 the typewriter was first painted. So that'll be the first thing that we put in, but we need to get Publisher open first. So let's get Publisher open and I'll get you guys started with that. So here we go, Publisher. Reason we're using Publisher is because it is the best application for laying out. Okay, so I've opened up a page and it's on landscape. I'm going to make this page the size of this A3. Okay, A3 landscape. It's quite large, but at the same time we're not going to be printing it out, so it really doesn't matter too much. Right, so we've done that. We'll go back to the Home tab, and I might just turn this on. Okay, now we're going to need a shape. We need our timeline, and a line is the best thing for that, which we really want to go right through the middle of our page, and that'll be the timeline. So we've got a ruler on the left hand side. It goes from 0 to 28, or 0 to 30 actually. So halfway is 15, so I'm going to put my cursor on the 15 there and then pull it across. Now, so that I end up with a perfectly horizontal line, what I'm going to do is hold my shift key down, okay, and you can see there it instantly snaps to the horizontal position. So it's going to go right from one end of the side of the page to the other. So there we go. Now we just go up to the blue line there. What that blue line indicates is that is where the printer will print to. So if you put things outside of the blue line there, it may not print. Not that we are going to print, but it's good habit to do that anyway. Okay, it's not always the case, and it does depend on the printer that we're using. And you can adjust that, but we'll just leave it the way that it is. Okay, so we can have a bit of fun with this, and that'll be up to you. We can change this shape. Now we've got weights. I'm going to go up to, I don't know, there's 2 1/4 points, but we've also got some effects here. No, sorry. We've got some patterns here. We can play around with this, and we can try a few patterns just to make the poster a bit more interesting. So I've just chosen a pattern there, but the problem is that it's barely visible. What we need to do with that now is make it much wider. So we've got a width there. I'm just going to zoom it up. We'll take it up to 15, and we'll have a look and see how that goes. We can also change there's many other options here. I'm not going to go through those. There's begin styles and end styles. Actually, I might just put a begin style on it. That might be quite useful. And no, I'm not going to, because that could cause problems for what I'm about to do. And we'll go OK. So there we go. That's going to be the start of our timeline. And I'm just going to leave it like that. So what I'm going to do is create this page, this timeline, and it's going to happen over 3 pages. So if I right click over here, we can go insert duplicate page, and that page also is exactly the same with the same timeline, and I don't need to do it again. And there we go, there's our 3 pages. So we're going to start here on the first page, and I'm going to insert another line. It's just going to be a very simple line right on the end here, and I hold the shift key down so that it goes perfectly vertical, and then I'm going to put a text box up here. Actually, I might put the text box, yeah, I'm going to put the text box at the top. Okay, and this is going to be where we're starting. This is going to be the year. So I'll just make that text a little bit larger so that we can see it. 1700 there. There we go. It's indicating where the year starts. And what happened in our first event was that there was a patent for a typewriter in 1714. So I'm going to now insert, I think I will start with one of these. It looks pretty good, and we'll put it down here, and we'll write typewriter first patented 1714. Now it's a bit small, that text, so we're going to increase the size of it. I'll go up to 16, I think. And a spelling error there, we'll fix up that. We'll resize it so that it's about the right size. Okay, and I'll pull it down there, and to grab this yellow pointer here and point to about 1714, which I reckon probably be about here. I'm going to pull that down a bit further, and there is the first label. Now we also need to, no, we haven't got a picture for that, so we'll leave that. Now if we've got 3 pages and we're going to the end here on page 3 is going to be today, which means that we've got about 1800, 1900, 2000. So I'm going to estimate that the year 1800 will probably be about there. So I'm going to, I suppose I could work it out, but I'm not going to work it out for the moment. I'm going to put a line in here, and that will be there. And then I'm going to copy this one. So click on there. Actually, what you can do is hold the control key down, and I can drag it across. The benefits of copying like that is that the text and the format stays the same. So there's our 1800. I'm actually going to copy those, Control C to copy. And now I'm going to go into page 2. We'll paste in there, and let's see. That's interesting. Okay. No, that's not working. Okay, so I'll drag it back down to around about there, which should be 1900. I can always change these later. And then we'll go into, actually it's probably on way out here. Just thinking about it, probably more, whoa, that's wrong, Control Z. Select that. We'll drag that along. I think 1900 is probably going to be more about there. Okay, and then we'll go into page 3. We'll paste again, and I think that that's pretty close. Actually, I might just, I'm using my arrow keys there. No, I think I might come back about there. Okay, we'll change that into the year 2000, and that gives us something to work with. Right, now I'm going to go back to, I'm going to have a look here, and we got the QWERTY was invented in 1868. So we might, so 1868, we need to figure out where that is. It's 1800, there's 1900, so 1868 is probably about here. So we will put in another, actually what we'll do is we will copy this one, we'll copy that, and we'll paste it, and move it along to, whoa, it's not working. It looks like we can't. And once again, if I hold the shift key down, it goes horizontal, which keeps everything right, keeps everything looking good. Now I'm going to come along here, I'm just going to copy that, Control C, we'll minimize that, we'll go into here, we'll paste it. That's looking good. I might just show you guys something. Yes, perfect. Okay, now this is what I don't want you to do. You see how invented, the word invented hasn't fitted in on this line, so it is hyphenated there. Well, that's fine in if you're writing an essay or something like that. But for a poster, you would never want to have that hyphenated, that word. So to fix that, make sure that you've got your text box selected. Go into text box tools, format, we've got hyphenation, and then untick this automatically hyphenate, and then go OK, and you can see now it's fixed it. Now I'm actually just going to resize it back out. The other thing I'm going to do is, so that this looks a bit better, I'm going to center. You can see where the cursor is here at the moment, the button I'm pushing. I'm centering horizontally, and I'm also centering vertically. Okay, and it should improve the appearance of it. Right, so nearly finished there. We'll just click on here and point it to roughly where we think it should be. And that's looking good. Now, we've got a picture for that, so I'm going to insert a picture. We need to find it, and I'm not entirely sure where it's going to be. Okay, so I found my picture, and we're talking about the QWERTY, so here we go, here it is. We will insert that. I'll put it on up the top here and resize it so that it's a bit more of an appropriate size. There we go. There's our QWERTY keyboard. Now we're on page 2 here, so we need a title for this whole poster. So we'll insert some word art, make it look good. I don't want to go too fancy, so I'm just going to go for something simple like that. And we'll go timeline of keyboard development. Okay, you can change the font if you like, change the size, but I'm going to go OK. Put it up there. We've got a bit of a shadow underneath, that's fine. And that's pretty much it. So that's shown you guys a rough idea. It's getting you started for the keyboard timeline. The best thing to do it is over 3 pages. Create your timeline to start with, put a year at the beginning, and then figure out where your 1800, your 1900, your 2000 year is. That will be today. Point out what happened when, insert a picture, make sure the whole timeline has got a title, and you should actually put can you put your name please down on the bottom on one of the pages. Add anything else that you like, add anything else that you can. There is one other thing that I want to show you. Much of your information is going to come from the part of the PowerPoint that shows this slide here. Okay, so that slide there has got a few dates on it, and it's got a few things that happened. So abbreviate this, of course. You don't need to put in all of that, but abbreviate it and show what happened when. Okay, that's it. Thanks a lot, you guys. We'll see you in the next video.